Radical acceptance. What is it, and how can practicing it transform our lives? Radical acceptance can seem like a difficult concept until you understand exactly what it is. It's not about giving up, it's about letting go of the need to control the situation. Radical acceptance is accepting reality without resistance. They say it's like seeing a storm and deciding to dance in the rain. That sounds easy enough, doesn't it? It sounds easy, and in the case of dancing in the rain, it definitely seems easy. But what if that storm is a massive tornado or hurricane? What if it is a storm that turns your world upside down? It certainly doesn't seem easy then. So, let's explore the radical acceptance concept a little deeper and discover how we can practice it in times of great upheaval. Basically, radical acceptance means that instead of fighting against what we can't change, we find peace and strength in acknowledging it and accepting that we cannot control it. It's what people mean when they say, "It is what it is." This statement is not meant to be dismissive of the trauma created by the current circumstances. It simply suggests one doesn't have the power to control what is happening in the moment. Radical acceptance doesn't mean that we must accept that the storm will be permanent. Storms of any kind are never permanent. It doesn't mean we should just give up and do nothing to make things better. It doesn't mean that everything is out of our control, but it does mean that we accept and acknowledge that which is not in our control. If a tornado is bearing down on your home, you cannot control the tornado or make it change directions. You cannot move your home to keep it safe. The only control you have in that moment is the ability to act and react in either a helpful or harmful way. Instead of getting frustrated, radical acceptance teaches us to breathe and accept the situation. Use the control you do have to make the best of the situation or to create a safe way out of the situation. In the case of a tornado or hurricane, the only control we may have is the ability to get to a shelter in order to safely wait out the storm. Practicing radical acceptance helps keep us calm and our minds sharp so that we can make those important decisions in areas we can control. Accept it. Don't fight it. Accept that we cannot control the storm and make a plan to help us stay safe as the storm rages on. Radical acceptance is easy in theory. Simply accept that which we cannot change, right? That is the first step and the most vital, as it brings us the peace and courage we need to move forward and change the things we can. Accepting what we cannot change is the first step to finding the wisdom to know what we can change. Radical acceptance is what the Serenity Prayer speaks of. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Once we know and accept what we cannot change, what is left are the things we can change. Once we know what we can change, we can focus our energy on creating solutions and giving ourselves a path to healing and a better life. Let's consider this scenario. You suddenly and unexpectedly get laid off at work. In one moment, life is good, and without warning, in the next moment, you don't know how you are going to survive. With radical acceptance, you say to yourself, "This sucks." But it is what it is, and there is nothing I can do to get this job back. You take a deep breath and say to yourself, that job is gone. If you truly accept that the job is gone, you can now focus on what you can control in this situation. You can look for a new one. You can update your resume. You can apply for assistance. There are things that are within your control to do, and you can take action towards a better situation. Without radical acceptance, it is easy to fall into despair and start to panic. In these states, it is sometimes impossible to see opportunities that are right in front of us. Radical acceptance is a mindset that can reduce stress, make us more receptive to solutions, improve our decision making, and bring us some peace in the middle of chaos. Remember, accepting that this terrible thing has happened does not mean you have to accept that things cannot change. There is a way to move through and past the battles we must face in our lives and come out the other side stronger and better than before. Radical acceptance is the first step. So next time life throws a curveball, remember, accept it. Don't fight it. Radical acceptance can change everything. Embrace it today and see the transformation.